1.
Hello, I'm Riley Embry. Today's March 31st, 2017. Today I'm going to give you my persuasive speech on why children should play sports growing up. This is my audience. Some of my earliest memories from my childhood come from when I first started playing sports. Most children can't say that. Most children say that it comes from their first Xbox game that they got, or the first time they went to Disneyland or something like that. Mine are definitely the first time I played sports. Reason being is the qualities that I consider best about myself, I definitely learned from playing sports. So whenever I see people not displaying those qualities, maybe acting up in class or at work, or not doing what they're told by somebody that definitely has a right to tell them what to do, I can almost guarantee that they either, one, didn't play sports, or if they did play sports, they didn't care about it enough. They didn't care about it as much as they should have. The first reason, the most obvious reason children should play sports growing up is definitely the physical activity of it. Kids need to be healthy. Despite having some of the highest grade food in the world, the United States is the 12th most overweight country in the world at 35%. That's from worldatlas.com, which is crazy. We can say that, yes, kind of because of our eating habits. We eat too much McDonald's and too much Wendy's. But I definitely think it's because there's a laziness in this country that shouldn't be there and wouldn't be there if children were in sports growing up. Actually, a study done by AspenProjectPlay.org says that kids that play sports are 8 times more likely to be active into their adulthood, 20s, than those that don't play sports growing up. So that would definitely solve a lot of the issue right there if kids were to play sports growing up. I'm also going to give you a quote real quick from the president and CEO of Little League International, which is the organization that puts on the Little League World Series every year. His name is Stephen D. Keener. He says, while striving to win, children learn about teamwork, leadership, and sportsmanship, all of which contribute to their development as solid citizens. In organized team sports, children learn to work together to accomplish a task and learn from their mistakes. Which is definitely true. I agree with that 100%. So we're going to start with some of the less obvious reasons kids should play sports. Discipline, work ethic definitely come from sports. When a child is never told what to do by people that aren't their immediate family, they're less likely to pay attention to the people that are telling them what to do later on in life, like bosses and stuff. Also, discipline is doing stuff that you don't want to do. So when I was playing sports, I definitely I got firsthand knowledge of that. I didn't do what I was supposed to do a lot of the time, and my coaches got on to me about that. They made me run. They made me sit out of games sometimes, just to instill that discipline in me, that sometimes you just got to do something that you don't want to do, which definitely will help you out in the long run when it comes to your adulthood and your work ethic. As I said, work ethic, sports teach kids work ethic at a high rate. Kids showing up on time is part of work ethic, so when kids play sports, they are definitely more likely to show up on time because I know my coaches always said if you didn't come to practice on time, you weren't going to play in the game. I personally didn't want to go to practice if I wasn't going to play, so when I went to practice, I was definitely going to be there on time. And that instilled in me that when I'm going to do something, I'm going to be there at the time I'm supposed to be there. And that goes definitely for a job because I'm getting paid to do it. I'm going to be there on time, so I don't jeopardize that. And I definitely think that if kids had more of that growing up, they would be more like me in that sense. So we're going to get into teamwork. Sports also give a lot of teamwork experience to children, especially those children that might grow up with no siblings, they're only child. So if kids that are only child and don't really play sports, they're less likely to ever have to work with a team. They're more likely to just be exclusive and just do stuff their own way. They're never going to really be challenged by someone of their peers until they get later on in life, when it's more likely that they're not going to change their behavior. So if kids learn it young, they're more likely to do it when they're older. So, last thing I'm going to get into is going to be these brain scans here. This brain scan is done by some people called activelivingresearch.org, and this is pretty much a graph or a scan, a brain scan of two different people that took a test. So this person right here was sitting quietly for 20 minutes prior to the test, and then this person right here was did 20 minutes of walking before their test. So what we're doing here, what we're showing here, is that these red areas are showing more brain activity than the lighter colored areas. As you can see, the spectrum goes from blue to green to orange to red. So the red areas are displaying more brain activity. The blue areas, of course, are less brain activity. So what that means is this person that took the test had less brain activity because they did nothing prior to their test but sit around. So this person went walking for 20 minutes, started their brain getting working, and as you can see, it helped him out or her out because exercise is known to show increase in brain activity, which is going to help this person on the test. And the fact that this person did nothing before the test, they're less likely to do well on the test because their brain is not as active. So that goes to show, imagine if you walked for 20 minutes every day. Your brain would stay higher active, and you would be more likely to accomplish things the way you wanted them to, because higher brain activity is going to lead to better decision making, and you're going to be better off in life for that. But I appreciate you all for coming. That is my presentation. Thank you.